listen, 13 years old. How did you get inspired at 13 to want to make films?
It kind of began for me just always watching cartoons, Disney movies, anything that my parents had available at home or when they were renting videos back in the late 80s. And for me, it was watching these films, watching these shows. And I was a big avid toy collector. So I would take my figures and I was always reenacting the stuff that I was seeing on television most of the time. And especially when there were big movies coming out, like a new Ghostbusters or a new Batman, I was always out trying to get the action figures. And at the same time, I used to go to my grandmother's apartment in Brooklyn, and my cousins would be there, and we were always doing different skits from different movies we were watching. My uncle, who was living with her at the time, had just gotten a video camera, and we were like, hey, let's try to get the camera and let's start filming some of these skits. But we were like 10, 12 years old. He didn't trust us with having, a couple $100 worth of equipment that we would end up breaking. So we were always just writing different ideas for a long time. And then I was on a vacation at 13 in South Carolina with my mom. And we made a couple of friends on our trip. And we just came with the idea of let's do a murder mystery story around our hotel. And my mom had just gotten a VHS camera, and we convinced her to let us use it as long as she was running the camera. That was kind of the beginning of the long journey of me eventually getting my own camera, dragging my friends to do the backyard short films on the weekends. And at a certain point, it became such an intense hobby that I started thinking to myself, I could probably do this as a legit career. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to, follow in all these other paths. I think this is it. This is the art for me. And my parents weren't so sure. So they said, well, let's put him in New York Film Academy for the 4-week summer program. Let's see if he really likes it and sees the reality of how to make a film. And that's where, I started to learn how to block actors, do lighting, having to load the old 16 millimeter cameras that they used during World War II. And it was very intense, but I came out of it even more inspired to say, I could really do this. It's not that difficult, even though later on I would find the challenges with that, but it just became a passion that became something much greater than just a hobby. And it became my dream to get to this point, to talk to you and to talk about my work.